What is going on YouTube? Next TV back in another video today. This is another Lance episode, and as you know, the No Way Home trailer comes out for Eastern time. It comes out in like a little more than an hour, so I just want to get this episode out because tomorrow there will be probably another one, either tomorrow or Friday. So let's get into it. This takes place at the end of the last episode when Lance goes to find Dante for the final fight. So let's get into it now. The final fight. Lerone! Lance says angrily while retracting his helmet and grasping his stun gun tightly in his hands. Beautiful, isn't it, Davidson? Dante says while walking toward Lance and stopping at the edge of the roof. Look at this view, he continues. You know, for an Avenger, you're pretty stupid. Watched this whole time and you never even knew. Dante says, trailing off. The news helicopter continues to hover in front of the duo, shining the light on the confrontation. Toronto PD is coming, Lance says while raising his gun to Dante. I wonder for who? Dante says sarcastically while standing on the edge of the roof and looking down. Maybe for the man who murdered Mysterio, he says loudly as he sees all the civilians and law enforcement looking toward the top. Lance nearly gets angry but doesn't let it get to him. Dante turns around with an evil grin, grabbing his metal staff and getting into a fighting stance. Let's finish this, Davidson, Dante says. Lance's mask forms over his face and the fight commences. The two rush at each other and Lance attempts a controlled backhanded fist attack which Dante repels with his staff. Dante swings his staff at Lance's legs and knocks Lance off his feet. Lance gets back up and dodges a corkscrew staff slam attack from Dante, who is caught off guard when Lance delivers a back leg roundhouse kick to Dante's face. Dante stumbles back while grabbing his face in pain. Lance pulls Dante forward with his webs and hits a powerful uppercut on Dante, knocking him to the floor. Why did you betray me? Lance says angrily. It's always just me with you, isn't it, Davidson? Dante says on one knee as he slowly looks up at Lance. Lance gets a look at Dante's face and sees the damage he's caused. There's a gash above his left eye. You never ask someone else's motives, do you? Dante asks angrily as he does a wide swing with his staff. Lance catches the staff and pulls it toward him, kicking Dante in the stomach, which seems to be stumbling backwards. You betray and harm your own team? Lance asks angrily while holding the staff. The two stare at each other for a few seconds. Dante runs at Lance and Lance quickly puts up the staff to try and hold Dante back. Powder Drum was created as no more than a means to an end and a way to get money, Dante answers angrily. It's a pull of war and Lance loses grip on his staff. Dante reclaims his weapon and makes rapid jabs at Lance's stomach, and three of the jabs hit and break away small parts of the suit and exposes Lance's stomach, which makes Lance fall to his knees in pain. Dante takes the opportunity and does a powerful swing at the mask of the suit, knocking Lance to the ground. Lance feels the air on his face and realizes what happened. The part of the mask which covers his right eye is missing. Lance begins to push himself up when Dante walks behind him and slams his staff on the back of Lance's suit. Lance screams in pain. A piece of the back of the suit is completely missing. The air seems to fall silent at the sight of Lance in that moment. It seems as if Davidson has been bested in this fight against... Hold on. The news reporter presses on her Bluetooth. Apparently the man that Lance is fighting is Dante Lerone, the suspect in an assault on an officer yesterday morning and the leader of the bounty hunting and drug organization known as Powder Drum, which was formed apparently on March 14th of 2019. The news reporter says, If you were going to do all this, what was the point in saving me from the police earlier? Lance struggles to ask Dante as he stumbles to his feet again. Amidst that huge of a bounty? Dante asks him while tilting his head. Never. Lance begins to stand back up again. Pretend that I'm the only thing standing in your way, Lance hears. Natasha, he mumbles to himself. Lance hears another voice saying, Get back up, Lance, come on. Uncle Connor, Lance asks himself as he struggles back to his feet. He looks at Dante and Dante is able to see a smile form because of the broken part of his mask. Ah, you still want to fight? Dante asks Lance with an oddly indignant look on his face. How are you going to take me down, Davidson? He asks smugly. Believe me, compared to the other things that I fought, you're the easiest, Lance says. He quick draws a stun gun and shoots Dante in the stomach, making him double down and grab his stomach in pain. Lance runs up and does a sweep kick on Dante, which makes him fall on his back. I need that money, Lance, Dante says enraged. He pulls a final vial of the Powder Drum Super Soldier Serum out of his pocket and stands up again, putting his hand up in the air and looking Lance in the eye. You're scared. Well, when I take this, I promise it'll be painless. Or you can hope, Dante says softly and slowly. He starts to inject himself with the liquid and suddenly Lance grabs his arm, attempting to stop him from using the serum. They wrestle each other and a news reporter begins to speak. Lerone and Davidson seem to be wrestling over a vial with a blue liquid inside of it. she says. Why are you doing this, Lerone? Lance says angrily. I need the money for my sister. Dante replies, straining for control of the vial. Lance looks confused and kicks Dante's shin before decking him in the face, which makes him drop the vial beside his feet. Sister? Lance says confused. Yeah, my sister. She's 14 and that money can pay for her therapy for the next year. Dante says to Lance. Therapy? What? Why? Lance asks him. 6 years ago, the day of the snap, my family was driving back from a cookout. A truck veered in front of us and crashed into our car. My parents died on impact. The truck had no driver, Dante tells Lance. Seeing them lying there dead traumatized my sister beyond belief. Therapy is heck to pay, but I'd do anything to make sure she's okay. Dante says, falling to his knees and face palming. I understand how you feel. I do, but why didn't you come to someone? You could have asked Natasha. She headed the Avengers after that. Lance asks, not understanding why Dante didn't tell someone he needed help. You don't get it, Davidson. My parents died because of the Avengers' failure. Dante says angrily. Lance hears his voice break. That's why I'm here, Lance. To kill you. Dante pulls a knife from his back pocket and switches it to a reverse grip. Dante swings it at an unreal speed, but Lance reacts quickly and grabs Dante's arm, dodging under it and kicks Dante on the back of his leg, forcing him to his knees. Lance grabs his arms and pins them behind his back, webbing them up in an under-arrest fashion. You're done, Dante, Lance says coldly. Dante hangs his head and shakes it, disappointed and ashamed. I guess I am.